I start the game, I didn't even go into photo mode, but oh well. So, I gotta admit, I was not expecting this much of a job to do today. What's up, guys? Shadow Steel here. Welcome back to another episode of Railroader. I keep stumbling over trying to say that right off the bat because I get so focused on other series, and then Railroads Online and Rail Work Sundays, they all have rail in the name, so I always stumble across that. But yeah, as you can see, we got some new cars here that are bound for a creamery. Yes, we're using a new mod today, a couple new mods actually. One of which is our new switcher here, with a 060 Camelback. The reason she's here is because our old switcher, our old 060, is gonna actually need to be sent back to be is actually gonna need to be overhauled soon. Actually, look in the overhaul window. It's got about 446 miles before it needs a full-on overhaul. So, nope, game froze there. But yeah, we have a couple new locomotives in the fleet since I last played the video. I last played the game. Got another locomotive here. This is 601. As mentioned before. 601 is pretty much tasked with the coal drag here. So we're going to be... he's going to be hauling the coal train out to Rob Gap. And then from there... we also have the stopping freight, which is over in Dillsboro right now. It looks like we got two cars coming out of here, too. Alright, well, alright. And then we got the stopping passenger trains, which both need to be serviced right now. One is over in Nantahala as we speak. This one is over here in Silva. I did fix a lot of the text on a lot of the cars since the last video. There's still a few that have not been fixed, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see. He's still coming up the hill here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to dispatch here. I'm going to get things set up for the departure. Because the coal drag can easily get through a couple sidings here and get that done real quick. Oh yeah, there's a switch open over there at Dills. I'll have to fix that. No, that's Bryson. Let's see. Yes, I don't use mapping heads. Oh! Ah! Our RDC service has arrived. I don't think I set it up to be a service, did I? Oh well, doesn't matter. As long as it's usually pretty full of passengers by the time it gets to Dillsboro anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Hello! Get that switch closed over there. Alright, he's cleared it through Dills. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. Can I get up there? Thank you. There he is. Oh, I did set him up as a service. Okay. I can get the camera to look at him. Yeah, I had a little accident with one of the RDCs down here. You can see it's kind of faded compared to the rest of the equipment. Needless to say, I had a few derailments lately. Alright, here we are. Alright, we're in so we moved our character Bryson here. So let's get our camera zoomed out a little bit. You can see that compared to the other get up there. Yeah, you are actually... Yeah, 75%. It derailed on the hill. It derailed in the yard here. So like went around a corner like 35 miles an hour and just derailed. But considering we're at Bryson right now, I can actually show off one of the other mods I have right now. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, there it is. The Ice Cream Factory. Got a little ice cream factory out here. So we're going to have to bring cars out here. We're going to do a lot more switching as time goes on. Now, I think I've mentioned this before in another video that I'm not... Now that I know... Like, so Rail Loader is required for a lot of these industry mods and a lot of these track mods that are out there. And one particular problem with Rail Loader, and it's something that I have legit noticed... but nobody really is worried about it, at least not right off the bat, is the fact that it has access to the kernels of your PC. So basically, the internal program, like all the stuff that's needed to actually run the thing, like do the thing. So essentially, it's a dangerous program, but but very few people really are worried about it because it's kind of a trust thing at the end of the day. Okay, I've sent out my coal drag here, so we're gonna get him moving here real quick. But yeah, rail loader being in that sense, rail loader in a sense being like a possible risk to your PC's health, is not ideal. But at the same time, there's not much because as of right now, Unity Mod Manager does not support mods or track mods and ground industry mods like that, similar to what we have in with what we have with Rail Loader. And when it comes to the what's the word? When it comes to just the all the stuff that's available for Railworks, or not Railworks, Railroader, you get this kind of influx of okay, this is that, what is required. And a couple of the mods I decided to install recently, one of which being the Bryson Creamery and the other one being the the Bryson Ice Cream Shop Factory, and then the Creamery over near Whittier, which is actually going to give us a lot more traffic to deal with as time goes on, so we're going to have to deal with that. But yeah, nonetheless, we've got quite a bit to do. We also have to deal with the tannery here, which we've been kind of running out of pulpwood to deal with that. I'm thinking of actually swapping out some of these cars for the paperboard. As soon as I do that, I'm going to need a lot more going out. So what I'm probably going to do, instead of doing what I plan to do, is probably, because we have 2 sets of pulpwood cars for Connolly Creek, one of which is already full, ready to go. The other one, there's another cut of cars that is bound, that is ready to go for another cut of cars that would be going to Barker's Creek, and that we have 3 cuts of those cars. So there's that. But essentially, we're going to need to deal with that as well. We need to actually organize the pulpwood, and I probably should do that off camera more or less. But as of right now, I've been playing this game for so long recently that I need some footage here, or want to play some footage or anything. Oh, 444. All right, he stopped. He's out of the block. He's off the switch there, so we can actually get him moved around here. Yeah, that's good. So what we're gonna do, because we're kind of organizing things at the interchange here, because I'm gonna end up getting more equipment here. Close that. Open the coupler. How's your water supply? Oh yeah, you need water, so we're gonna have to send you back down to Dills and get you service there. And actually, now that I think about it, because you need to get service, I might as well set up you as an overhaul now. Because I was going to wait until it reached about 500 miles left on the overhaul status. And now that it's kind of at a point now where it's okay, yeah, you need an overhaul. I might send it out to get overhauled for once. Because it's at a point now in its life. Keep in mind that we've been playing this in-game. I want to say, oh yeah, the date's over there. The 27th of the 27th day in the game. And we're still trying to build red marble. I want to keep that in mind too. Okay, he stopped. Good. But what we're going to be doing, we got a couple cars to be organized here at Whittier, or not, at Silva's paperboard. We got those coal hoppers to drop off, and that's about it. We didn't get a lot of cars for the tannery and whatnot, but I think that's because we got most of the equipment out by now. And I think 601. Yeah, you've left and they're entering Dills now. Game's having some issues right now because I've had it running for so long. Meanwhile, I need to get to... it is... Yeah, you're the one. 900 for some reason is set up as an auto engineer. All right, well, that's good. We'll get you moved into the yard. Oh, shit. Onto the repair track there. We'll get you repaired here. If I can set you up. Eesh. I hate this game is just a lag fest at times, especially when you're trying to do things here. There we go. Got it. You have to click that a couple times before it actually accepts the the option there to do it. But hopefully we'll get this thing repaired, and that'll be nice for this locomotive. I do need to repaint it because this kind of coloring is kind of weird. I went and tried to go for an Aussie style look, but I then I was given information about how the Australian RDCs looked, and they looked nothing like this. This is more of a Class 66 vibe than anything now, to me. Alright, so let's see here. So let's clear the block there. We'll send this guy out this way. And then once he clears the block in Cowie, he should be good to go. Alright, where are you? You're 601. 601. He's coming up to the yard here. Got it. Yeah, we've got a lot of cars out here in the yard that need to be taken out soon. So this is going to be a massive contest. But coal drag should take priority for now because it's going to be an easier job to do. We still got our locomotives out here from the old Express days. Mind you, I said old Express and I have the F units still sitting here. If you remember last video, when I was doing the evening services, I did have a set of F units powering the train. These F units have been repainted and re-lettered essentially. And then we got the old 1500 series locomotive, the Berkshire over here. Which, granted, I remember distinctly there's been some... there was somebody who was working on a actual 1500... Frisco 1500 class 482 that was planned to be released sometime. But hasn't been done. I don't think we'll see it anytime soon because of just... I think it's from Plague Doctor, who's one of the actual developers of the... partial developers of the game. I think he's a part-time modeler or something like that. And I think, essentially, with all the locomotives that are out, I have a couple locomotive mods on here that are actually kind of nice. But I've been using C46s a lot lately for just power, for operational services in and out of Dillsboro. Because they're kind of what ran on this branch, the Murphy branch. Murphy branch. So I'm just having these locomotives set up and ready to go here. Okay, he's cleared the blocks. We can get through. Send Where is it? Oh, here he is. There he is. Alright, get him out. Get him set up over here. Oh, Jesus Christ, this game, I swear. You jump from place to place, and it just does not want to cooperate. That's just really annoying. Okay, so you need to be serviced as well. You're pretty much out of water and coal. And that would mean that the train over at Nantahala will need to be serviced as well, but that's going to be an easier job. Somewhat. I believe I'm in company mode, right? Let's see. Yep. I was not in company mode, I was in sandbox mode. For those of you that don't know, that command is actually to go between sandbox mode and company mode, and I believe I was in sandbox mode because I had a locomotive just run in the wrong direction, and I just moved him to the other track properly, and he went back on his proper route. Which is kind of funny considering they just updated the game when I'm recording this to fix that kind of problem. Now there's the other express over there. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. So if you don't, so I got this new express passenger train here, and I've replaced the original Hudson I was running with this guy, number 2850, which is referred to as the Royal Train Hudson. I think it's the Royal. Literally, this is the Royal Hudson. This is what gave them their names. because they were designed as like they were like this was the locomotive that hauled the royal train by the Queen of England at the time in sometime in 1940, 1930. I think it was 1939 actually, now I think about it. And essentially they were they had painted it blue, which I think was the royal colors, and then it was just like a whole bunch of stuff that they were doing here. But yeah, I've set up the effectively what is I've jokingly dubbed the Blue Comet, the dollar store Blue Comet, I guess you could say, because it is literally like the blue I use is it's a particular, it's supposed to be Blue Comet blue, but apparently it's not. The hex code for this, for the blue on here is, I can actually look it up here, honestly. Let me double check here. I just gotta get these locomotives not mute here, but, let's see here. Here it is. Yeah, there's the hex code right there. 003A99. Apparently that is supposed to be Blue Comet blue, but apparently it's also not. I don't know. A certain New Jerseyan would tell you otherwise, honestly. But I did also give it a little bit of New Jersey's vibe there with the whistle and everything. Yeah, all three of those cars. Oh, 5 cars have to come out. 6 cars. So, Jesus Christ. Almost everything coming out of Appalachia Hardwood there. That's pretty good. So stopping freight's going to pick up some cars. Okay, we'll move you up onto here. And then let me check dispatch here real quick. He's coming up through Barker's now. We'll set the signals accordingly. And he's coming down the hill now. Oh, he's moving away. There he goes. Perfect. So you're no longer train or service 1000. That's good. And yes, I did set up, yeah, these trains here, these particular locomotives, I always set them off on this track here because that's not really in the way, but it's, oh, I was wondering where my little 060 tank engine was. A little USATC S100. Or the S060 if you play Derail Valley. Oh, perfect. What the hell? It's missing the coal bunker entirely. Oh, funny. I wonder how many miles you've got on you. Not as much, but then again, I put you in the shed every other day. So you probably are being serviced quite nicely. Overhaul-wise. Got 2 cars coming out from there. Cars over there. Let me see. What do we got? Train number 2. Do some organization here real quick. Okay, logs loaded. These loaded up here. Undo the brakes. Do we have the brakes tied? No, we do not. I'm an idiot. Oh, shit. Wrong button. That's a whistle. Yeah, I'm starting to censor myself a little bit more. Oh, now, granted, I did say a long time ago I was not going to censor myself a long time ago. And depending on how many times I curse, I won't censor myself very much. But yeah, I think at this point, I think it is worth censoring myself every now and again to just make sure that we... I really do think that in terms of the censoring, I think it... I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to censor myself entirely through videos. It just depends on, like, how often I curse and whatnot. And, just having one curse might not be enough to really censor myself here. Here he comes. Zooming by with barely anything in the coal and water in the tender. Also, frame rate issues. Okay, he's in the block now. He's good to go. What we're going to do, we're going to get the stopping freight going here. We got cars for Whittier. A lot of cars for Whittier. So we're going to need to split this up, actually, now I think about it. So, get you selected here. We might... would I need a double head? I don't think I do. Considering the amount of cars that are going to Nanta, probably not. I think Bryson I think the Bryson cars and the Whittier, I think most of the train is, the Whittier cars are probably the most annoying to deal with. So we'll deal with that. Alright, come on. Get along. Come along, come along. A lot of cars here. With the amount of frame rate dips here in this game, I swear to God. Alright, we clear the block back there. Is he clear? Yeah, he's clear. Good. So we have a clear shot with the coal drag all the way through the Whittier. Or all the way through the Rob Gap there. Okay, he stopped. Let's get him serviced before we actually do the overhaul, because that might be a good idea. Go to the road real quick. Back it up. Back it up. Give me the wheel. There you go. Right there. Stop. Get the hatch open. I said open the hatch. Yeah, we barely had any water in the tender. Could use some coal too, actually, now I think about it. Alright. That's the plan. We're going to put you. We can do equipment and repair. Repair track overhaul time. 3 days, eh? So she's going to be out of commission for 3 days. Interesting. All right, both pieces of equipment should probably be overhauled, just to be safe. As of right now, it's like really important that I get the. I mean, with how long I've been running this little 060, I'm not surprised, especially considering how much it operates over here in Dills and Silva, respectively. It's kind of a workhorse of the Silva area. Do we have Ken back there? Oh, now he's backing up? Jeez. And we still got a string of reefers to bring with us as well over there. They're not as important, but, you know. So I gotta figure out a spot to put this train in. I guess I'll just put it in the shed there so he can get out of the way. Alright. This is one of those times where we do need a repair. Or overhaul. This is the first time I've actually had to overhaul a locomotive, honestly. It's quite nice, I'll admit. Huh? Oh. Looking for my phone. Okay, there we go. Good hitch. Sounds like it. Yeah, he hitched. Jesus. Train's like massive here, honestly. Alright, let's get the head and couple in here. Got it. That is 602. Got any way of getting? Got any handbrakes tied on the train here? I don't think we do. Then again, it's possible we do somewhere. Let's see. Usually the reefers would be where it would be like between the reefers and these cars here. Honestly, maybe. Nope. Okay, no handbrakes tied. It looks like we passed the block back there, so we have to get clearance back there. Yeah. Pass, signal at danger, you're good to go. No handbrake on that car. That is for Nantayla. That should be everything. Oh, Jesus. Does that say 22 tons? No, 2,000 tons. 2,200 tons right there. So about the length, the weight of the passenger train, the express passenger train, actually. That's funny. We'll back you up a little bit further. Use the brakes. Throttle open here. So she'll be out of action for about 3.5 days by the looks of that. So that gives us a little bit of time to actually use the new Camelback, actually. But the Camelback is not really necessary for now. Brakes on. There we go. Is the switch open? Oh, that switch is misaligned there for us. If I can find my mouse cursor. Jesus. There we go. There we go. Line the switch correctly. Good to go. Got everything good there. Wait, how? Yeah, 24 minutes already. Okay, cool. Now, we should Let me see. Is it westbound or eastbound? I don't know which one's which. Oh, okay. So it is the 1301. Okay. Equipment. Service. Non-express. You are westbound now. Okay. Westbound commuter. 33 west. Okay. Westbound. Got it. Follow. Because we're gonna get you moving here so we can get serviced as well. I probably should have restarted the game before I started recording here, honestly. Coupler undone. There we go. Oh, that's how I set up the... Okay. Well, good to know. Then go down to you. It's fully serviced, ready to go. And it's 1301 that we're moving over here. You moved over to the siding here. Select you. Brakes, release that. Make sure our switches are lined. Very annoying that you can't click on the buttons when the game is still trying to load. Very sluggish today. The other thing, I got so many cars in the yard here, honestly. Alright. Should be ready to roll. What we're going to do, we're going to store the locomotive in the shed here on track. On the third stall? First stall? I don't know which one it is. It's the one on the right end there, the one that's got the open doors. Alright, so yeah, we got the new locomotive here, so that's good. Okay, he's hooked into his train, that's good. Alright, stop. There we go. Oh, I'm in... Alright, here we go. Now we can move. Depending on if we need the power, I might take the F units, actually. But I don't think I do. Got it. We're good. Okay. Back it up. That's it. For the first time, a locomotive has been sent to the sent to be overhauled. There we go. And just to be safe, I'm gonna set the there you go, neutral, and we're gonna put a handbrake on the tender. That way the train won't move. Alright, close the doors. Turn the turntable. Alright, that's everything. Now we get this giant mess of a consist out of here. Train's hooked in, ready to go. You are... Yeah, there you are. So the first stop on the line is going to be Bryson. So what I could probably do... Actually, now I think about it, I might run this just manually. There we go. That's closed. Okay. Manual control. There we go. Been a while since I've done this. Make sure our switches are aligned from outbound here. It's good to go all the way through. Whoops, wrong button. There's the brakes. We'll set the reverser forward. Open the throttle. Whoops. Wrong button. Here we go. Throttle open. Let's go. Front headlight full. Let's go. Woo, boy. That's a struggle and a half. Let's go full reg. I think it's pulling through something. I don't know what it's doing. Should be good, though. Come on, boy. You can do it. There she goes. There she goes. Perfect. Off on our adventure. There we go. That's enough on the bell. Put the reverser a bit. Got the cylinder cracks off there. Good. So, we're in first person today. Gonna be one hell of a run. Firebox. Oh, I didn't even notice that they animated the foot pedal there for the pneumatic firebox door. That's funny. Alright, here we go. We're moving. Slowly, but we're moving. Coming up to a bridge here. We need to get over. Go over here. Woo. Oh, cab swing a bit. About 40. There we go. Through the tunnel we go. There we go. Now that Stack Talk's really pushing it. How many cars do we have back here? 76 cars. We're in like full reg. And we're kind of reducing our... We're kind of getting up to speed here, so that's good. Okay, bell off. We're good. Alright. Our train going. Whee! What the hell? I'm being pushed out of... Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Ah, fuck. That's another one. It slips out on occasion here, boys. She has a very much more southern look to her, doesn't she? Aside from the number board, honestly. What is this valve gear? What in the all name? What in all name is? What in holy? Is that Southern valve gear? Is that what that is? That's Southern valve gear. Yeah, Southern were mad lads there. Yeesh. I don't normally operate the trains, but I figured I might as well do that. Coming up to a high green. We're on 30 miles an hour 30 mile an hour trackage here. Probably get a lot more speed out of this downhill segment here. There's a whistle post over there. What we're gonna do? Yeah. If Kenosha is playing, then there's a reason for that. Alright, shut her down. Shut down the throttle here. We're going about 35 miles an hour. I might as well keep the throttle kind of shut a bit here. So you're wiggling back and forth here. Cars are bouncing against us. Let me take a look at the rear of the train. Oh, dear Lord. 39. Well, at least the rear of the train's mostly Alarka cars. We might need to put some brakes on. There we go. Alright, that's good enough. We're out of that danger here. The amount of speed I got here. Alright, we're good. We did well on that run. Let's go to the river here. The edge of the river here. I'm trying to get a good screenshot. Is it fogging? Good. Whatever. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. This is a good sweeping curve here. If I can get a good angle of the shot of like the area here, I might be able to do a good sweeping shot here. Frickin' branches. There we go. That might work. Open the throttle. Let's go. Screenshot time. There we go. That's not too bad. Alright, here we go. Zooming along at 37 miles an hour. Alright, so control 0. Yep, there we go. Oh my god. What am I doing? What's wrong with me? There we go. We're back in the cab. Nine? 9 is the caboose here, right? Yes, there he is. So nothing is derailed yet, so that's good. Once we get to Whittier, we need to drop off some cargo. Oh, one of the passenger trains needs to be... Yeah, the others... both passenger trains need to be serviced here, so... This is one of those times where I wish I had more people playing. More people to play with, but... who knows. Going around the horseshoe. Oopsie, wrong button. That's the horseshoe there. It's a good little spot to get a good screenshot. Yeah, right here. Here it is. Clunk. This will be our shot. This will be our screenshot. That rock. I hear it squealing. There you go. I honestly like this shot, honestly. That's not bad. Got a whole view of the massive contest that's right in front of us here. There's the blocks of reefers. And the one express reefer in the contest. Jesus. That's it. There you go, last car. And we got an approach on the other signal. That's interesting. No, not that car. There we go. Coming past Wilmot here. This is where we start. There should be the creamery just up ahead here, actually. Now I think about it. It should be not far from us. Got the high green. If I'm not mistaken, it's actually just past Thomas Valley here. Yeah, there it is. Right here. This is the industry we're playing with here, boys. This actually might be a good screenshot here. The little townhouse and everything. Well, I'm about 37 miles an hour, so. Let's see if I can get a good screenshot. Maybe not. Whee. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. 9? No, that's the wrong car. There we go. Going through. Jesus. Alright. We got a couple minutes before the next train is supposed to depart. The next passenger train, so we should be good. We used up quite a bit of fuel here. Around the curve at 40 miles an hour. We should be fine. And all of the front half of the train is being dropped off at Whittier proper. So, a lot of cars being dropped off here. One car after another. Whee! That's the whole cut of cars. That whole front cut, like the whole bulk of the front cut is bright Whittier cars here. Back around the curve again. The banging of the cars just doesn't sit well with me, but oh well. Going past through there. Whew. All right. Got everything done here. We're coming up to Whittier proper here in a second. So what we're gonna do, because we got cars to drop off. If the game would load, please, swear to God. Now, in theory, I could send myself into the yard, drop off the cars from that angle, and then go back around the other way. But oh, I forgot about the switcher. I forgot you're sitting in the siding here. Sitting in the yard here waiting for departure, and then the logs here are empty, so we need to get that sent out. Oh dear lord, how long have I been sitting here? Whatever, doesn't matter. About 37 miles an hour. Supposedly you can go a little faster than that. Okay, we got cars for the log. We got a lot of cars coming out here. I think I might take out the whole thing, honestly. Here it comes. Timetable location, we're coming to a stop. Oh, shit. There's another one! Here we go. Alright, start braking. Now slow down gradually as we enter East Whittier. Normally what I try to do is stop before the crossover. Just up ahead. But with how many cars we have, we might actually just go all the way to the end of the yard and then back in that way. So many cars here that we need to organize them anyway. And then we gotta also service the other two trains, so That's the brakes. Alright, we did some running here, so that's good. We're dropping off some equipment here. Ugh, okay. Coming down to 12 miles an hour, waiting for the brakes to charge up. Up on the rag, we can get moving here. Okay. Stop signal. What? Oh. 601 holding out a stop signal. What stop signal? Huh. Weird. Have to check on that. Where's he at? Oh, what the hell? Why are you in the yard? Oh, for Christ's sake. That is what I was annoyed by earlier. It went into the yard because it was trying to get around a train that doesn't even exist anymore. So now it's holding at the wrong signal. I gotta go into sandbox mode again and get him out of the way. Get him in the right track here. Hold it and keep it moving just enough where we can get out of the way. Coming up to the stop here. All right. As we stop, apply a little bit of brakes. There you go. Open the cylinder cocks here. All right, there we go. Now we got to get to 601. Because apparently you are an idiot and tried to go on the wrong track here. So select you. Control Shift. There you go. Now you can move. Go ahead. You've got the clear. Jesus. Idiot. There he goes. Now he's in. Now we go back to company. Company mode. Thank you very much. That was not the switch you were supposed to go down, but okay. Whatever. Alright. Meanwhile, I think switches at Dills are kind of blocked off here. So, 1301. We'll get you serviced here real quick so we can get you moving. Okay, you are selected. That's good. Pass signal at danger. You're good to go. Around. Really? Jeez. That's annoying. Okay. That switch is the only thing open here at the back end here. Alright. Well, that's done. Next up is getting the train service for the various branch lines here. So, or the various other services. How long have we been recording for? 49 minutes already, and we just made it to Whittier? Yeesh. And then we got the 2 passenger trains that need to be taken out, too. Approaching the signal block. And, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, where is the other guy? So you are set up as westbound. You need to be set up as westbound as well. Over to you and Nanta, where we can actually show off a little bit of the other mod that I have installed. So I have 3 different mods installed. This over here is one of them. The Nanta engine shed servicing facility, whatnot. I don't even know the name of it. But I use, so like I said, I've got a couple mods here, both of which are using the rail loader program to actually run. And yeah. Supposedly, it's not actually a great mod. Again, like I said, like earlier in the video, rail loader is questionable at best in terms of what it's doing. And granted, I think that is rumors. I'm not sure if it's been fully confirmed that it gets access to your kernels, but you know, if it is like if it does have access to that, then it needs to be changed by the mod loader itself. But then again, I'm also not a big enough channel to call such a thing out, so I don't think anybody really nobody's gonna look at this video and say like, oh yeah, yeah, that's a concern type thing. Just realized I had a cup of cold coffee right next to me. Come on, there we go. Great. You should have the clear here, buddy. Now the switch is unlocked, but you should be able to go through. So now that he's being serviced, both locomotives should be serviced here, and they're both actually set up as their respective counterparts here, so that's good. I think this track is meant to be a milk delivery track as well, because it's the same design as it is in Bryson, but it doesn't set up correctly. But then again, it makes sense. It also might be a part of the engine servicing mod, where you're able to store cars there. Which again, possible. The track ballast there is interesting. Well, whatever. I do like the fact that we now have a turntable to turn our trains around here. That makes it a lot easier for me to turn my stopping passenger trains around here. Still not ideal, considering that the observation car has to be turned around as well, but that is easier. That's easier to deal with because you can just go in the sandbox and turn the whole consist around. So, alrighty, he stopped. Is he stopped? No, he's not. Okay, pull it forward just a bit more. About there should do it. Again, went with a very southern-esque design with these locomotives here. They're not bad, honestly. I'm one of those people that, like, for the most part, the Southern Railway is very heavily influenced in this map, honestly, because it's the Southern branch line. But yeah, we'll get him serviced, and then we'll get you serviced as well, and we'll get these trains out of the way. This one I went with a more, like, early preservation type, sort of, like, this is what the locomotives would be operated if they were in a preservation railroad type thing. This one I'm going to have to run manually to get into position correctly, because Dillsboro, I have yet to figure out the positioning of each of the trains in Dills for servicing just by auto engineer. I can do it somewhat in Nanta, but I can't do it very well in Dillsboro. Stop. Hatch is open. There we go. Alright, there he goes. And then once he's serviced, I'm going to send the 060 out to finish up the switching in Silva. Frame rate has jumped up. Oh, God. Whew. 53 minutes, eh? Alright, so locomotive number 100, which is our little RS switcher here, the RS unit. He needs to be moved. He needs to move his cars around. Are we selected? Yeah, we're all good to go here. Let's get you moved. Yeah, let's get you moved over to the end of the track here. What we'll do, set these cars off over here. It doesn't look like we'll fit everything in the siding for Bryson or for Whittier, but we'll get enough in the way, out of the way, that we can actually do a lot. Well, maybe we will be able to fit everything in here. Maybe. I don't know. It's the last car in the Bryson contest here, or the Whittier contest, but we'll save that for later. There we go. Cars are unhooked. Maybe not. We might need to split it up into 2 contests, honestly. This is huge. The amount of cars coming out. Yeesh. Alright, well. He's moving along. Chugging along. I can select you. Brakes off. Throttle in full forwards and launch it. things sorted here. Look, my engineer's in the cab, actually. Move! Truck designs. There we go. Now we're moving. 100, 100, eh? Let's get that down a little bit so we can get some more accurate running. Dear Lord, the amount of cars I have on this train here for Whittier. I just realized how many cars I have. Huh. That may be a problem. Huh, weird. Whatever. Oh yeah, we should probably clear the block for Whittier there so we can get in there. But what am I worried about? This is my own train. I'm the one controlling it. Red blocks don't mean shit. Another one! Okay, yeah, this one's going to be censored a bit more. Well. We still got our cylinder cocks open. Alright. Once we get the this cut of cars out of the way, creamery cars should probably be easy enough to sort here. We need another locomotive to handle this creamery service, honestly. Because the RS1 is typically good for these local jobs in and out of the area, but that's going to be a lot more involved here for the RS units. Shut down. And open the brake, apply the brakes here so we can get the train moving, train back. Bonk. A little bit of slack in the couplers there, ain't it? Line the switch. Good to go. It's gonna take some time to organize here, right? It's just insane how many cars I got going on here. He's at a stop now. That's good. I'm gonna unhook the diesel, the RS unit here. Select you. So we're gonna do this. Tie the brakes on this car here. Open the angle cock here. That way we can have trains coming in and out. And then from here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the RS unit in the shed here so we can get things organized with the with 602. Okay. How many cars are... Yeesh. We're already... Oh, we're just barely in the block here, so... Set the reverser, release the brakes, open the throttle just a tad. We'll back this whole mess into the Whittier yard. Actually, now that I think about it, we'll back the creamery cars into the first track that we just dropped off the other cars in, so we'll set it off on this track here. And the rest of it gets dropped off in the main yard. That should be good. Come on. Move it. Okay. I believe the other trains reached Wilmont. Or not Wilmont. What is it? We're going to be late with the passenger trains at this rate because I have yet to service both of them and get them turned around. And both of them have to leave in about a few minutes here. Okay, he's gone. Cleared out of the way. All right, nice. Well, with him out of the way, what we're going to do, I'm going to end the episode here. We'll get things organized off screen for the trip to the, for basically getting things organized here. So, like and comment down below. Subscribe if you guys want more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.